man, I super glued my hand. What? How y'all doing? Every week or so, I see a reasonable sized group of people. These group of people change from time to the time, and it's a good place to, have a natter and just talk all kinds of stuff, right? And the other night, I got handed a big old beefy questionnaire, right? And it's one of those, standard online like personality test things, right? And the idea is just to try and find out what your kind of like your dominant personality traits are, to try and figure out what it is you may or may not be good for. What is it that makes you tick? Kind of, maybe, possibly, could you find, is it possible to find something that could potentially make you feel happy, rewarded, satisfied, whatever, through doing or answering 100-ish questiony things? And so maybe I like trying to figure out what makes people tick. Now, I always play devil's advocate when it comes to arguments. Or discussions. I like to know how and why people think the way they think. What processes have they gone through to get to where they are? Right? Why is it exactly they feel that way? Why do they do that? Why did they choose to do whatever it is that they are doing right the now? Never really thought of a career in psychology, mind you, but it's just a thing. And so when I got handed this big old sheet, I was like, interesting. Just in case anyone's curious, and don't go freaking out on me, because I know a lot of people go when you hear a few of these the words. It's a thing called shape, right? And it's what is it, the spiritual gift evaluation tool. It's something that Christians generally do. I guess something that Christians do. I don't know. Place for all in God's church. I ain't a Christian. Okay? But who the knows? I assume this would realistically apply to many a people, and you could do. I reckon you could do this if I don't know, you were doing anything else. I doubt that it actually matters. It's, as I say, it's just literally a 100 question thingamy to figure out what your dominant personality traits are. I just thought it was interesting, because now I'm curious. Do other people know what makes them tick? Do you know what makes you happy? Do you know your groove? Do you know why you do, what you think, what you think? Like, I know that's really like, what? What are you on about, man? There's like loads of stuff. Be a bit more specific. Why do you get up in the morning, other than, I don't know, you have to? Why do you do the job that you do? Is it literally just because you have to put food on the table, or is there a reason why you ended up where you are? Okay, so I'm not going to go hardcore into my groove, but well, I mean, 'cause I don't really even know why I do what I do. I mean, I filled in this thing, and it's basically already told me what I already know about myself. I understand what my kind of main personality traits are. I'm just, like I said, I'm just curious as to whether or not other people know what their groove is. Like, a few things that I like to do, whether or not I'm particularly good at it is another thing entirely. I like to break down complex subjects and then kind of reassemble them in a massively oversimplified way, so that I can take complex subject and explain it to people who have no idea what that subject is. Like they don't know any, they've got no background or anything on it, and then I can give them an easily digestible kind of chunk, a taster, and they can go away and have a basic understanding of what it is I was just talking about. They don't just walk away going, "Huh, that's a bit too much." And I always have this groove like, no, I'm not very good at doing many things. I'm not very good at guitar. I'm not particularly good at audio video stuff. I do a lot of that stuff. In some cases, I have taught people how to do jobs that I've done better than I do them, because I can break down key concepts, even if I'm not particularly good at doing them myself, and deliver them in an easily digestible package, so that someone else can go, I've got the foundation now, I'm going to build on that. So that's one groove. Also, I get up in the day knowing that I'm going to do what needs to be done. I don't have to enjoy doing what needs to be done. I don't have to be rewarded to do what needs to be done. Just, I have this groove with the thing, whatever it may be, needs to be done. I can't lie, I have to do the right thing. I know the right thing is, that's subjective, but because what's right to me may not be right to you, but I feel this need to do whatever it may be to help be useful, and then it could be miserable. It could be absolutely miserable. But pretty much every job has to be done. Someone has to do it. So sink your teeth in and get it done. It's the small battles that lead up to bigger victories. If each person doesn't do their job, things just fall apart, So no one said you're going to get thanked for doing things. You shouldn't always need a pat on the head. If you do always need a pat on the head, you're going to go bald faster than I have. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I should have really led this with, I like to figure out how people tick, and I occasionally go and hang out with a group of people. But like I say, this is from a church, but I'm not religious. I'm not religious at all. Really, I understand religious concepts. I don't pray. I don't worship. I like to understand what makes people tick. So I like discussion and all that. I like to learn. And so then when I got this, I was curious. How many folks? Is there anyone I know a fair few people I know, and a fair few people who may watch this are Christian. Have you ever had to do this thing called shape? Is it shape? Does it say on the Does it say what it is? This is not some kind of magic. Used wisely, it will tell you what you should be doing. There are 4 other measures you need to consider in due course as you reflect on the gift results, e.g. shape. What you groove is what you think, what you feel, where you can best, are you introverted, are you extroverted, how your life experiences could be useful to helping you help other people. I don't know. I thought this was interesting. I thought this was neat because it kind of ties in with, as I say, I like to figure out kind of what makes people tick. I read the room, not always very well, I don't think, but I thought it was kind of neat, and I was curious if anyone else has done stuff like this. Hopefully, the wee group that gave it to me don't actually mind that I'm chatting about this, but as I say, I found it to be quite interesting. I imagine there are apps, there are versions you can do online. There's which is neat. 'Cause it's got, I guess you fill in this chat based on what you do, and then you add your stuff up, and then your highest whatever's stuff. And I imagine if you do multiples of the test, you get, like, if you were to do different variants or whatever, you'd probably see if you've got the same dominant traits, or like, are they the same three? Are they in different orders? Are there kind of some that are higher than others? Because I would imagine to some this could be quite useful. Maybe if you're finding yourself to be a bit lost. I just want to know, do people know what actually makes them tick? What makes you do what you do through the course of the day? Let me know. Tell me. As I said, I just like doing the right thing. I like being useful. Whether or not that actually has any benefit to me is another thing entirely. But I don't need to be rewarded to do the right thing. It's just got to be. You just got to do it. So yeah, neat. I'm gonna chat with a couple of mates about this later. I think another one of my mates has done this. We'll see if we think they're accurate. But yeah, hope you're good, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Shape. Did I actually say what shape means? It's probably on here somewhere. I'll give it another flick through later. Nice group of folks. Interesting.